Elon Musk is urging a trusted voice to acknowledge you never intended harm. Welcome, chosen ones. Pay close attention, for the sound of your own empire unraveling is the same as hearing uplifting news about someone you once tried to suppress. The world watches in disbelief as your life's new chapter unfolds. Consider this. Scientists say a sudden shock can cause the heart to skip a beat. That's exactly what happened the moment your incredible news was shared. Those who conspired against you for years were not only caught off guard, they were shaken to their core physically and emotionally. They believed they had already scripted your story's end. They imagined you trapped, silenced, and defeated forever. Yet here you stand, not just surviving, but thriving. The migraines they suffer from are a testament to their shock. What they said would never happen to you has come to pass. It's almost comical to see those who mocked you now struggling to form coherent words. Your victory benefits more than just you. It's a cosmic declaration that their game is over. Your breakthrough is a definitive unshakable truth, a spotlight and a clarion call. Ironically, what they feared most was not your suffering, but your survival. Now that survival has become undeniable triumph, they tremble. Because you rose openly in full view of the world, not quietly, but boldly. Hold tight because we're about to reveal why your success terrifies them more than any battle ever could. It's not just a win. It's an admission that their plan to bring you down has utterly failed. And you were the first to warn them. First, your breakthrough shattered their last illusions of power. For years, they convinced themselves they controlled your fate. They whispered lies, blocked opportunities, and played tricks. But true control was never theirs. It was all smoke and mirrors. As long as you remained silent or struggling, their illusion held. But the moment your good news spread, their false authority crumbled. Those who live on illusions need others to believe them. They depended on the world seeing you as finished, ordinary, and incapable of rising. That was their safety net, their excuse to act as if they held your life in their hands. But when your blessing became undeniable, that illusion vanished. They could no longer claim you were nothing because your success is living proof of the opposite. They fear this truth. Your breakthrough not only lifted you, but exposed their emptiness. Their attempts to keep you small now seem feeble. Your rise tore their lies apart, leaving them without their old narratives. Quietly growing in the shadows is one thing, but when your growth is loud enough for all to hear, their control slips away. They never expected you to live, let alone flourish. They thought time was on their side, that you would eventually break. But your victory proves time was always yours. That realization terrifies them. The game ended the moment you stood up. Their masks and false superiority shattered, revealing their true helplessness. Your good news was an earthquake for them. You weren't the only winner. It forced them to face what they'd been avoiding. They never truly controlled you. It's over. Their delusion is gone. Second, your success revealed their failure without you uttering a word. You didn't need to confront them or retaliate. Your breakthrough landed like a verdict. Its weight louder than any argument. They hoped your silence would protect them, that you'd quietly disappear while they maintained their facade. But your triumph flipped the script, etching their failures into the backdrop of your victory. Failing in private is one thing. They can excuse it, hide it, or justify it. But their justifications crumble when the person they tried to bury rises into the spotlight. Your resilience grew while they schemed. Now every blessing you receive is proof their plans were wasted. Remarkably, you succeeded without their approval, connections, or recognition. Despite their efforts, your success arrived, and it highlights their own stagnation. When everyone struggles, it's easy to feel safe. But when one person succeeds, it exposes the rest's inertia. They have no defense against your story. Their failure isn't just what they didn't achieve. It's that they tried to block your path and still lost. Every celebration of your success reminds them of their own shortcomings. Your victory is genuine, untainted by deceit or shortcuts, making it impossible for them to twist. Solid truth only makes their emptiness more apparent. They fear this. Your good news exposes them, not just elevates you. The contrast between their stagnation and your rise is clear without a single word from you. You are living proof they failed to secure their own future while trying to sabotage yours. Third, your triumph shows they wasted years trying to stop you, and that terrifies them. They invested so much energy into holding you back, plotting late into the night, weaving endless drama. But it was all for nothing. Your breakthrough proved their efforts ineffective. This truth is unbearable. It goes beyond your resurrection. It reveals the futility of their entire scheme. Those who seek to destroy others often delude themselves into believing their plans work. But your success exposes that lie. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. By clicking the Super Thanks button on YouTube and donating $20 or more, you help spread God's blessings far and wide. Your generosity will touch many souls through this platform. Each of you holds a sacred place in God's grand design, and your giving is the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to exalt His kingdom. You were created for greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. They deceived themselves into thinking they had control the more they attacked. But that illusion shattered the moment you rose. All their sabotage, manipulation, betrayal, and rumors now seem like a poor investment. Instead of building their own foundation, they wasted time chasing your downfall. Left with nothing but resentment, you have risen stronger. The fact that nothing they did could stop the inevitable is what frightens them most. Every setback they caused planted seeds of strength within you, growing into your greatest blessing. They thought they were slowing you down, but they were preparing you. That irony haunts them. Your good news is a loud declaration that their time, effort, and connections were wasted trying to harm you. They lost their bet that you'd remain stuck. Years lost are gone forever. No reset button exists. Their downfall extends beyond your eyes. They can never reclaim the time spent trying to hold you down. That's why they fear you. Time is irreplaceable. Your blessing exposed their failure to manage their own time and stop you. They were emptied while you were formed. Your triumph reminds them all their attempts failed and those years are lost forever. Fourth, your promotion invalidates their excuses. For years, they blamed life, circumstances, or others for their lack of progress. Life isn't fair. The system is rigged. I lacked support. These became their shields and bedtime stories. But your breakthrough exposed those lies. You faced new challenges, bore their weight, and rose despite targeted attacks. Their narrative collapses under that truth. The contrast terrifies them. You are living proof that success is possible, so they can no longer claim otherwise. Their stagnation stands in stark contrast to your achievement. Suddenly, the idea that life is unfair loses credibility. You show resilience doesn't just endure injustice, it transforms it. Their excuses fail when they reach for them. Everyone sees the truth and their defenses crumble. Your good news hurts because it exposes them, not just elevates you. You revealed what they tried to hide. Their comfort with mediocrity, laziness, and refusal to try. They weren't waiting for opportunity. They were waiting for someone else to fail. Their inactivity was less obvious until your light shone. So brightly no one could look away. Your rise destroyed their last hiding place. And that's why they fear you. You did what they said was impossible. You overcame the odds, so they can't claim they're insurmountable. Your story tells the world strength, not excuses, was always the key. They can't even say they didn't know better. The dagger is that they wasted years justifying their inaction while you built your destiny. They were never stopped by the world. They were stopped by themselves, and you are the proof. Their excuses no longer hold. They don't exist anymore. Fifth, they know your story can no longer be erased. They thrived on distortion for years, spinning their version of your life to make you seem less than you are. They could distort, dilute, and ignore your truth as long as it stayed hidden. But your breakthrough is now public. Your survival's testimony cannot be altered or hidden. It transcends memory. It's an undeniable stamped record. Your good news is a gift and proof. It shows you persevered, triumphed, and that what they tried to bury you under became the soil that nourished you. Evidence is indisputable. It's either real or it's not. Your results are clear. The timing cannot be undone. Those who saw you at your lowest and now witness your highest cannot be silenced. Their deepest fear is this permanence. Your testimony firmly establishes the truth. No matter how much they try to fabricate lies, too many know the truth. What was whispered is now shouted. Facts resist manipulation. That's why they're uneasy about your good news. It's more than your achievement. It's that they can no longer rewrite your story. Your rise exposes their failure to stop you in time, and it will be remembered forever. They fear this. History doesn't ask liars for permission. It preserves what truly happened. Your story is no longer just yours. Everyone who hears it and finds hope in it owns it. That shakes them to their core. Your survival cannot be undone. They can't take away your victory. The evidence cannot be silenced. Your good news leaves a lasting mark that grows stronger every day. They no longer control perception. The record is permanent. Sixth, they fear because your blessing doesn't need their approval. Dear friends, may God's peace be with you. Remember this profound truth. Our lives are rooted in God's divine plan, untouched by the world's fleeting concerns. As the Bible says, everything done in faith is rewarded with abundant blessings. Luke 6 verse 38. Like a mighty oak, our roots are anchored in God's truth. Every step we take is secured by His power. Now you can be part of this blessing by clicking the Super Thanks button and donating $100. Your generosity will return to you 100-fold. Your blessing doesn't require their consent, and that terrifies them. For years, they acted as if they held the keys to your life. As if nothing could change without their stamp of approval. They fancied themselves gatekeepers, deciding who ascended and who remained stuck. That illusion of control is shattered by your good news. Their hands never held your blessing. Their signatures or approval were never needed. They had no influence when it arrived. That reality shakes them to their core. They believe their social status, networks, and contacts gave them power to block doors and pull strings. But your blessing comes from a source. No lobbying, bribery, or manipulation can touch. God sent it directly. No human gatekeeper can stop it. Such a door doesn't swing on human hinges. It's impenetrable, eternal, and wide open. Your rise exposes the broken system they relied on. It shows they only ever had the illusion of control. They liked making people think they were necessary for success. But your evidence disproves that. What unnerves them most is that anyone can be blessed without their consent, destroying their false authority. Now they watch you thrive in places they said you'd never reach. The worst part, they can't claim credit. Your blessing proves God delivers destiny without intermediaries. They're exposed by your independence. They're scared because your rise proves they were never gatekeepers, just phonies guarding doors that never belonged to them. Their approval was never needed. Your blessing bypassed them, shattering their control. Seventh, every backdoor they planned against you was sealed by your victory. They acted with confidence, believing they always had another move. A backup plan if the first failed, another lie if the first didn't stick. Another trap if the first was avoided. They assumed there was always another chance to keep you down. But your breakthrough slammed every door shut so fast all their escape routes vanished. Your triumph is final. More than a win, it's an irrevocable victory. No more moves left for them. The game is sealed with your blessing. Now they stand with useless strategies in hand. Their control depended on thinking they had one more play against you. That's what scares them. There's nothing left to do. They underestimated the magnitude of your win. They thought it would be small enough to spin or handle, but you changed everything forever. Once revealed, this change cannot be undone, questioned, or stopped. That's where they break. They face the end of a game they thought would last forever. All the doors they used to sneak through are locked tight. Lies no longer stick. Traps fail. Their former allies see the truth and refuse to cooperate. Your success broke their cycle of control. Your breakthrough equals their ultimate defeat. That's why they fear it. No reset, no rematch. It's over. They will remember the game ended the moment you rose, not when they planned. Every back door shut by your victory, sealed forever. 8th. Your good news forces them to face what they did to you. For years, they took comfort in your pain. They ignored their role in breaking you as long as you were down. They laughed it off, blamed you, or convinced themselves you deserved it. Your suffering silenced their conscience. But now that you're up, that cover is gone. Your rise makes their cruelty look absurd, like a replay of every hurtful word, betrayal, and attempt to destroy you. The contrast infuriates them. They felt powerful while you suffered, as if their cruelty mattered. But your breakthrough shattered that illusion. What once made them laugh now seems pathetic. The person they tried to bury is alive and thriving. Their cruelty no longer justifies itself as clever or normal. They are proof of their own weakness, wasting energy destroying someone they couldn't break. They can't escape your success, which reflects their pettiness like a mirror. No matter how much they look away, they see you flourishing everywhere. They face themselves as you blossom. They witness needless cruelty, moments when grace was possible, but venom was chosen. Nothing exposes their pettiness like your good news. It does more than remind. It reveals the futility of their actions. It's easier to ignore blame when the victim is down. But guilt becomes unavoidable when the person they tried to crush rises higher than imagined. Your triumph amplifies the sound of their cruelty, removes their excuses, and forces them to face their hollowness. They are deeply unsettled by your good news because it's a mirror, not just your rise. Now is the perfect time to click the super thanks button on YouTube and share God's blessings. By donating $100 or more, you join this divine mission. Every gift reflects God's generosity and will return to you multiplied. His protection and blessings accompany every step and donation. You become part of His plan, a powerful, radiant being, unshakable like His rock. Witness miracles. Feel the fruits of generosity in your soul. Illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and may the Lord's light guide your way. They must confront the undeniable truth. You were never stopped by them. All they did was reveal themselves. 9th, they fear your story will inspire others. They worry your rise will motivate many. Your victory is more than personal. It spreads. People realize they aren't stuck. They see how you endured what was meant to harm you. The myth of no escape, no hope, no success for others is crumbling. Your story breaks the chains. That ripple effect terrifies them. It's more than promotion. People rethink boundaries because of your rise. Control systems based on fear and lies only work if people believe there's no way out. Your testimony proves even the impossible can happen. Truth spreads faster than any lie. You are evidence their restrictions were never absolute. The false authority they relied on is destroyed by your story. They lived by keeping others small. Now you show faith and perseverance can overcome even the toughest traps. If one can succeed, others can too. Their control feels fragile. They fear your story becoming a model. They can't control your impact. Testimony spreads like wildfire. One person's courage sparks another's breakthrough. Your good news is a spark in dry grass. Whether they like it or not, it spreads. No mockery or silence can stop it. They fear this because you're not the only one who can testify. Your story exposes their threats as empty, their systems as weak, their authority as limited. This is what they feared most. Not just your win, but your teaching others to win. The entire control system begins to crumble when people realize they're not trapped. It shakes them to their core because your story is bigger than you. 10th, they envy your survival, not your possessions. Many think envy is about wealth or status, but with you it's deeper. They don't just resent your blessings. They resent that you endured fire to get them. They know they couldn't bear your burden. Half the weight you carried would have broken them. The fact you survived and grew stronger shakes them. Your survival reveals their vulnerability. They expected your struggles to break you, make you bitter or weak. Instead, you emerged with unmatched clarity and strength. That difference hurts. Envy over money is easy, but what eats them is the credibility your blessing carries. They see your perseverance, not shortcuts. No matter how much they fake it, they can't match your authenticity. Their jealousy reveals a secret. They know they couldn't survive where you did. That's why your survival unsettles them. Their hidden fragility is reflected back. They secretly thank God it wasn't them in the fire. They feel vulnerable because you emerged stronger knowing deep down they couldn't have. Your blessing highlights their shortcomings. They aren't afraid of your rise itself, but of the survival story it tells. They can't claim your life was easier or that you received handouts. They can't downplay your storms. The uncomfortable truth is you endured what they couldn't. That's all that remains. Your survival is the loudest part of your testimony. Their envy stems from it. The strength to remain standing, not what you were given, is what matters. They are reminded you rose where they would have fallen. Every time they see you standing, it unsettles them. 11th, they know their shadows will be revealed by the attention on you. Their fear comes from this. Your good news is more than praise. It draws a spotlight for those who lived in shadows. Attention can be deadly. They operated freely while you were ignored. Now the light shines on you and shadows appear where light falls. Their roles in your pain, their lies and secrets are no longer safe. They see your rise as a threat because your blessing draws attention like a stage light. People listen, connect dots, and ask questions. The more your story spreads, the more their hidden deeds come to light. Your breakthrough doesn't scare them. It's what it reveals that does. You're not alone in your success. There's a backstory they wanted hidden. Your evidence clashes with their carefully crafted personas, the fake compassion, innocence, and superiority. When others